How you doing today? My name's Jason Smith. I'm here with Smith Family Farm, and I'm out here in the greenhouse, just planting some romaine lettuce, bok choy, choy, and just some other greens we like. And so today is January 19th, 2020, and it's a little chilly here in Middle Tennessee today. The high temperature is only mid 30s, upper 30s, and so it's a little cool. But the sun's out, and it's blaring through the greenhouse, so it's kind of nice and warm in here, so I don't mind it. But anyway, the reason I wanted to shoot this video today was I was in here in the greenhouse. Thought I'd just give you kind of an overview of how we do things and how we start some of our cool season crops. This is stuff that we're starting today. Hopefully we can have this stuff in the ground around March 1st, somewhere beginning of March, end of February. Hopefully we can put this stuff in the ground. Just depends on the weather that time of year, this time of year. So it might be a little too wet, might be a little too cold. But if we get a couple of warm days or a couple of dry days, we'll be able to get this stuff in the ground. But today I'm just starting a little bit of romaine lettuce, and I just kind of want to talk to you a little bit about that. What I do is I just take a potting mix or a seed starting soil mix. You can get it from any of your big box stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. If you got a local hardware store around where you live, you can go get some. And so what I do is just simply fill these trays full of soil. And then one thing I like to do is I like to put the soil in there. A lot of times the soil that you get is really dry. Like this is so dry, it's almost like it's just like dry sand. And so what I'll do is I'll actually put the soil in the flat and then water it, and then I'll let it sit for a couple of hours, or maybe just let it sit overnight until the next day. Let it absorb some of that water up so the soil's not just like bone dry. And so once that happens, the soil is actually easy to work with. You can actually just put the soil in, water it, and then you can plant your seed in it. But you do need to let the soil absorb some of that water, so the soil is actually easy to work with. And so I'm just going in here. I've done that, and then I'm just poking some holes in here, and then I just drop seed in. That's all I'm doing. It's really that simple, not rocket science here. And then what I'm gonna do after that is once I get that done, I actually take some of this really dry mix and just cover it up. Doesn't have to be much, just enough to cover the actual seed. And then what I'll do after that is kind of dusty in here. What I will actually do after that is I'll set this over and I will actually water it and get it nice and moist. And then level everything out there and get it nice and smooth. Once I finish this, what I'll do is I'll actually take this flat. I'll just bring it over here. I'll water it, and I'll either put it on a germination pad, or I will just take it inside where it's a nice, warm, consistent temperature. What you want to do with this for the next couple of weeks is you want to keep this in a nice, warm, consistent temperature of, let's say, 70, 75 degrees, and you want to keep it watered. Don't water it too much, but you're gonna have to give it enough water so that this stuff can germinate and grow. That's the key to this. And so in our greenhouse here, we've got germination pads. I put these pads out. They got temperature control things on them, so you can actually you can when it gets really cold outside, they kick on and they stay on for a certain time. When it gets hot, they kick off, so they're temperature controlled. However, you don't need all that. You don't need that. I mean, you can literally take this and you can set it in your house. Make sure it's somewhere where you're going to get a little bit of light, and then make sure it's somewhere where you can water it. You can keep it watered. That's the key to this, is keeping this stuff watered, keeping it moist, but not overwatered. You don't want to flood it and drown it, but you do want to keep it nice and moist. Once these germinate, they'll pop up, and they'll be, I don't know, half-inch tall. Once they germinate, what you can do is, instead of overhead watering this stuff, what happens is whenever these small little tiny seedlings pop up, if you try to water these with a watering wand overhead, it just beats them down, pushes them right back down top of the soil. So what we do is we'll take, I thought I had one in here, but we'll take an actual, it's it's a big black tub, and what you can do is it's what they use to mix up mortar and concrete in, and it's a big black rubber tub, and you can get them at like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, but that's what it's for. It's to mix up mortar, concrete mix, or whatever. And we can just, what we'll do is we'll take that tub, we'll fill it up with water, and we'll take this tray and then just set the tray down in it, and it'll actually absorb the water from underneath, and you can water it from underneath. Very inexpensive way to do it. You don't need to build some big monstrosity that that costs a whole bunch of money, and it's whatever. A lot of folks getting into this stuff, they think, oh, I got to have all these perfect tools to do this and do that, and that's just not the case. So we're not about that out here where we are. We're really about trying to find solutions to that are inexpensive but yet get the job done. And so that's one way to do this. But like I said, get this in the ground, or get your mix in, get the seed in, get it watered, and just keep it at a nice consistent 70-75 degree temperature. This stuff will germinate. Once it germinates, you need to be able to give it plenty of light so that it can continue to grow, and just keep it watered. And hopefully in about a month and I don't know, a couple weeks, these will be big enough for us to actually plant into the ground. And so that being said, that's kind of how we start our seed here. This is romaine lettuce that we're starting here, and then we also have bok choy, joy choy, and pak choy. There's a whole bunch of those, but we enjoy eating them. We sell them to a couple of restaurants here we work with in Middle Tennessee, and so that's kind of how we do it. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, we're actually going to be doing a workshop out here on our farm on February 22nd from 1 until 4 o'clock that day. And we're just going to show people how to grow cool season crops through the winter, and how to start cool season crops, because that's about when we're going to be starting them. And then soil preparation, bed preparation, and then inexpensive tools and materials that you can use to protect the crops and then grow them. And just some of the strategies and techniques that Megan and I have learned over the years growing stuff out here on our farm and our homestead. And so we just want to be able to share that stuff with some of the folks that live around our area, folks that are interested in that kind of thing. So anyway, check us out. We're on the internet, obviously. Smith Family Farm, TN for Tennessee.com. That's our website. And then we're on Facebook also, and then Instagram. So if you have any questions, give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever, shoot me a text. I'm happy to share what we've learned over the years of doing this. And if you know anybody that benefits from this, like and share this video and share it with them, and help us get the word out. So thanks so much. Have a great day.